We have powered global tech, we have crafts, couture, we've built cities. Why do you think India hasn't produced a globally recognized luxury brand? We have Louis Vuitton, we have Four Seasons, we also have these branded homes. I keep going to Dubai regularly and I keep on seeing these Bugatti homes. I keep on seeing Mercedes. Then there are other Jacob and Company homes.
Bulgari, Lamborghini,
Correct.
and
And why do you think we don't see that in India, number one? And how could Della be one to finally break that ceiling?
hey, that's a deep question. So, 77 years of India's freedom, independence. We haven't had one single consumer facing uber luxury brand in luxury interiors or architecture out of India. It needs a lot more soul searching. Uh, I think, first of all, it is predominantly based on our belief that Jugaad does everything. Jugaad is a silent cancer, it's a killer of long term systematic ideation that should have happened with rapid prototyping and then taking it to the next level and making it sustainable, making it empathetic. So Indians have always believed in Jugaad and there's a great pride. Oh, hum sab Jugaad kar lete. But that Jugaad is killed design. Jugaad is a temporary solution. Design thinking, process oriented, is a permanent solution. Rapid prototyping can be compared to Jugaad at some point, but rapid prototyping has to evolve into a more sustainable, permanent design. You cannot leave design at a Jugaad level, right? So within India, we've developed a mentality that we are good in handicrafts. We are very proud of our culture and where we come from, and hence handicrafts. But I think we've evolved. We are good in handicrafts. Nobody is denying it. Does that mean, is there any bandage that you can't design at a cutting edge level? You can't design to shock the world. If Italians can design, why can't Indians? If Chinese can now learn design, why can't Indians? But do we want to fall into the trap of China of replicating people's designs and not having something of your own to suggest? Let's understand the difference between emulating a good design and innovating a good design. All designs, all good design, the root of all good design is inspiration. That's the root of all good design. So when Thomas designed the Seed Cathedral, Pokemon comics was his inspiration.
All right.
Right? Anything has to be inspiring. So very often I tell my people when we start designing, 90% research, 10% work. Because unless and until you have not really researched that element, it might be a diamond laboratory you're designing. It might be a yacht you're designing, which is the first yacht. You've never designed a yacht. I'd never designed, till that time I've designed Malia's yacht. I'd never designed a yacht. You can self-learn, you can research, you can understand, take inspirations, and don't be blindfolded into copying it. Once you start understanding is only when you research. Without looking at other people, you've got no freaking clue of what's happening around, what's trending, what's not, who started, what patterns of design, what styles, why, so on and so forth. After that, you start working on it. And if you understand global trends, it's very, very critical to understand, and not just one particular market, the European markets, but also the Asian, South Asian, the Singapore market, the German markets, because Cologne is very different from Milan. Milan is very different from High Point, North Carolina. So understanding different global markets and where they originate, then you start developing some kind of a skill set to decipher design. I think Indian designers need to go through that grind. Fortunately for me, I was exposed to design and from a very different perspective because I don't come from a qualification of design. I've never been to a design school ever in a day in my life. My learning happened because I started importing furniture from Italy, and I got exposed to Olivetti synthesis. The designers for Olivetti were Eldelio Monelli, Charles Pollock, Ettore Sozzas, the grandfathers of modular furniture, right? And the visionaries of futuristic designs. Charles Pollock's chairs, uniform, one body, one mold. I mean, so for me, I was just buying material, but I was in a subtle way getting exposed to them. And then we got a good amount of exposure to the American designs because we tried to set up in Manhattan way back in '97. And High Point, North Carolina was the convergence of global design industry. When you start visiting High Point, you start realizing the different styles of designs from traditional Indian design and American Indian design to the European designs that kind of bombard America with their offerings, and the Asian designs and the Chinese designs and so on and so forth. So your exposure allows you to then come back and say, what can I do to disrupt this? So it's taken me 29 years to be able to even say that, yes, we are going to attempt to create the first meta luxury Indian brand to win global acclaim in luxury interiors and architecture. I know to an extent that I'm taking my baby steps, but I'm waiting for the day when I can make waves in Milan and make waves in New York and Design District in Dubai. I'm waiting for that day to happen. And less for me, my purpose is my country before me, because I know Indians have a herd mentality. Sala ek aayega to piche 50 aayenge. And that's what is exciting for me. I'm waiting for that 50 to come so that my country goes out there in cutting edge design and starts competing with the best in the world. So for me, it's very, very critical to put India on a global design map. And I think we have all the ingredients in us right now. We just need to have a belief in ourselves and go out there and demonstrate what you're made out of. Because on a global platform, when you demonstrate what you're capable of designing, that's when you feel you've arrived. You're not a frog in a well, but you're there with the best in the world and saying, look, this is my creation.
I love the way you put these examples. Frog in a well. It's like India is the well and we are the frogs. It's a very apt way of putting it.